Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Nikki. I'm a homeschool mom to an only child in 4th grade. Today I want to talk to you all about like my top 5 reasons and benefits to using my online homeschool planner. I have been absolutely 1000% obsessed with my online planner, and I want to just share with you and talk with you my 5 top reasons why I think it's amazing to use in your homeschool. So if that is something that interests you, please keep watching. Okay, so if you're new here, I do all kinds of homeschool content between mom life, you name it, I do it. I do a lot of reviews, curriculum, talks, and schedules and updates and stuff like that. But today I really wanted to dive into my online planner, and I'd like to thank Homeschool Planet for sponsoring this video, because Homeschool Planet has literally been life-changing and life-saving for me in my homeschool. And I talked about them a whole bunch, and they've been kind enough to partner with me on a video. But I will have also a link down below. They offer a free trial, so you could check out what I am about to dive into and tell you all about. So have a playlist of things that I have shown in the past. So if you want to go check them out a little bit further, you can go into the description box and click the playlist. Homeschool Planet has literally made my entire planning process for homeschooling super simple. I go on there, you can purchase like lesson plans through specific companies, and then you can just import these lesson plans into your homeschool calendar. So for me, I went from like struggling and not being able to plan that well at all. I feel like in the years before I used Homeschool Planet, I struggled really hard with keeping on track and learning to like get everything done. I feel like with this planner, it just seamlessly places everything where I need it to go. It reminds me, it has all the check boxes, and it's so unique that I don't know, I can't look back at this point. Like, it may take a little bit of a learning curve, and you may have to import some of your own instead of an actual lesson plan, but it has so many abilities. I mean, I'm still utilizing and learning new things to use in my calendar. Like, that is how much there is available to you as the homeschool parent to play with. I mean, there's all kinds of things and to make life simpler for you. So I'm going to talk to you about my top 5. My number 1, for sure, hands down, is the organization part of this. Everything in my life is organized through my Homeschool Planet. I can schedule all of our outside activities into this planner. I can schedule my doctors, my birthdays, weekend events, and I can have it all in one calendar. I can print it out. I can choose not to. I can see it on my phone. I could see it on my computer, and it's really all in one place and super, super keeps me organized. I never thought I needed this in my life because I was not a calendar. I feel like I was always calendar challenged in previous years, because I would always want to buy planners and then I never use them, or I would use them for a few months and then I never use them, or I would never use the excess pages in my calendar planners. So the fact that I utilize this as like an all-in-one type tool is saying a lot for this company and how it's all utilized, because it's just easy to do and it's all in one place. So the organization keeps me efficient, efficiently staying on track and just planned out well, and easily able to adjust as things come up. You know, life happens and things get pushed back or pushed forward or completely canceled. And this is the easiest way, and it saves my hand from all the things that I would have to write if I were to keep like a physical planner. I don't know about you, but I struggle with my time management, and I used to spend so much time being worked up about how I was going to organize my homeschool and keep it in line. And this took out that time that I was spending to plan, because all I have to do is create my lesson plans or purchase lesson plans through them, and then I import it, and my whole year is in my calendar, is in my planner. So I don't have to spend every Sunday or every Saturday going through and trying to organize my week and figure out what we're going to do and what's next. So super number one is the way it has me organized. Number two, I've kind of already dipped into this one a little bit, but the flexibility and making those adjustments is life-changing, because all I could do is slide it, I can move it, I could completely change the whole schedule to where it moves out to the next class, or I can have it be on like a pause, I can delete it altogether. It's such the ease of a click of a button versus sitting there and erasing a whole line or whiting out a whole line in a physical planner. That flexibility is what keeps me going back, because it's so easy to just adjust as you go. So many times this year alone, and we just started our year, I have gone in and deleted entire curriculums and lesson plans from my calendar because we have been kind of wishy-washy with our schedule, or I'm going in and I'm adjusting and I'm going, okay, we are not going to do this subject on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays anymore. We're just going to do it on Mondays. And so then I can go in and change the ability with the snap of a finger and say, okay, I just want it on Mondays, and it's done. For me in the past, that would have worked me up, because I would just be like crossing it out, and then that would make me not want to go back to my paper planner, because it's a lot to adjust things when you're on your paper planner. It's just not as flexible, and it helps you, like, you don't have to rework it manually. You don't have to have that exhaustion and mental gymnastics of like trying to figure it out, because it's super simple with an online planner to just delete. That's all it takes sometimes. So that is my number two. So my number three would be record keeping. Now, this can be convenient for you depending on the state that you live in and your homeschool laws and what your like state requires of you. I do live in a very relaxed state, so record keeping is important, but it's not something that I have to submit. It is more for my personal preference to make sure that I'm keeping on track and getting the number of days that I have set in my head done and accomplished. Record keeping allows me to also have that whole view of the whole school year. I can look at it and I can go, okay, we're not going to school here, and I could just delete some of the days, or I could take away some of the days that I deleted and re-add them as school days with just the click of a finger. I could see whether it's 180 days planned out without having to physically count out the weeks, days, whatever. It'll tell me all in one calendar view, which is super convenient, especially if you have an 180-day school year, which also makes it easy and convenient to track everything else. So in the same place, in the same calendar, I have the ability to enter in grades. I have the ability for them to remind me of what their assignment is that I have to grade. So like it'll tell me, okay, you finished this lesson, enter in the grade, or I could skip it, whatnot. But that reminder is huge because I'm not going to have anything that's going to remind me of that in a physical planner. It's just not. There might be pages for that, but this is like literally popping up as a notification for me in my online planner. This will also track your attendance. It will track your progress over time. It is easy for me to be able to go back and see, okay, you know, last year we only did school 140 days. This year, you know, maybe there's a gap there that we can fill in where we don't need to take as much time off. I don't know that there's a lot of people that may struggle as much in homeschool life with needing to have those unless it's like a requirement by your state. It also gives you the ability to create transcripts. Transcripts are a big deal. I know there's a lot of like tutorials out there and stuff like this, but this is streamlined, really easy, and like I said, it's all in one. I don't have to have another app. I don't have to have another website. It is all in my homeschool planner. So if you have a kiddo that's going to be starting high school, going to be going to college soon, transcripts are a really big deal. My number 4 is accessibility. I absolutely love that I can pull this planner up on my phone. I can be at a doctor's appointment, scheduling my next doctor's appointment and adding it to my calendar right off the ease of my phone. And it goes right into my homeschool planner. I don't have to have a separate Google Calendar or Apple Calendar or whatever calendar that you have on your phone. This goes all into Homeschool Planet because that's where I'm looking the most. If I'm home and we're doing school, that's where I need to look. That's where I need to see, okay, what's going on this week? And then I don't have to then look at 3-4 other calendars around my house to plan out such things. It also ensures me that my homeschool plans can come with me anywhere I go. So if we happen to go on a field trip and go to the beach, or we go out with friends and we're in a car for a car ride and say we have materials with us, I can easily look up what our day is going to be like on my phone, on an iPad, on my computer, my laptop. I can easily send it to my child and have it go straight to her email or her, you know, like individual device. And so this flexibility and accessibility of having it everywhere has just made the world of a difference. If we're on vacation and I'm not going to bring my laptop with me and I have it on my phone, you know, it's easy for me and for her to just pull it up. So again, it's an online planner, and for some, you know, that's going to keep you on a device, whatever, but it doesn't have to be that way. You can print out your schedule. It is accessible in multiple ways, and whatever way works for you is whatever way works for you. Lastly, number 5 is the customization of an online planner. So I didn't utilize this as much in our first year that we did it. But this year I've been utilizing it more because my daughter is finally able to kind of share, like I have a planner that is specifically like scheduled just for her, like her own calendar. And so it's been really easy for me to insert links into her calendar that she will need to utilize or access. If I know that she's going to be doing something on a specific topic or subject, I can easily take my Google link, YouTube link, whatever link, resources, and put it right in there. I don't have to have something separate or send a separate email. If I were doing that in a physical planner, I would have to like save some of these links on my phone, whereas I can actually take them and send them to her and it'll be in the same planner. But there's so many different things that you could utilize with that. The customization is endless. I mean, between the actual colors and themes and ways that you could set it up is great. You can color code, you can do all of those things just like you would do in a physical planner, but this is just with the click of a button. I'm not sitting there highlighting with my hand for hours as I set up my planner. The other thing that I really like to utilize is tailoring the planner to fit like how visually she would like to see it. It is really hard to find a planner that is visually appealing to you, but that also works for how you work with a planner, if that makes sense. So like I have different views that I can choose to look at my calendar. I don't have to have a full week view. I can look at it in different ways. I can look at it by week, I can look at it by day, I can print it each way as well. It doesn't have to be like set in stone where I can only view it a certain way. A lot of times I find myself printing out the whole week at a glance, but then for certain days, especially on the days that I know I'm not going to be here, I can have those printed out individually so that she's able to just check off those boxes for those days, and then that's that. But I love the ease of access there and to just be able to customize that for her, because in my own planner, if I were going to do that on the days that I'm not here, she would almost need her own physical planner, and I would have to sit there and check off or make her those boxes to check off and have like individual planners and stuff like that for her. This way, everything is in one. It fills the box in green so that it says that it is complete, and red will tell you if it's not. And if you don't do it, it'll ask you what you want to do. Do you want to move it to the next class day? Do you want to move it a week out? Like there's tons of options in how you can move it around if you happen to not get to that lesson that day. Or if you know you're going to do a lesson a couple days ahead, there are ways for you to even backtrack. So much customization out there for this Homeschool Planet planner. So like I said, there will be a link down below in the description box for you to sign up for this 30-day trial. It's no credit card required. You could take a look through all their lesson plans and play around and see if you're gonna like it. I promise you it will be life-changing. Even for me, I had done my own lesson plans, and that did take a little bit more time, but once I was done, it was imported for the whole year. And again, then I can move it around with ease. So check out the link down below. This is an affiliate link. It costs no extra to you to use my link, but it will help me in supporting me and my channel and stuff like that. And of course, like, you're gonna love it. So like, just do it. Homeschool Planet is great. The company is great in itself, and some wonderful team members that are on Homeschool Planet. So check out the link down below. Again, I have the playlist of other things that I've shown you on my channel using Homeschool Planet, so you could check that out too. And I'll see you in my next video.